Chapter 13, Greek Wedding. The whole house is abuzz with the activity as the Lambdas and Omegas work together to prepare for the Greek wedding of the century. You stand at the foot of the stairs and watch as one of the Omegas hold up a Lambda to hang the streamers from the highest corner. Just a few more inches and I've got it. In the kitchen, you can overhear another Lambda giving a quick lesson on frosting a cake. Easy. This is just like all the spackling we did at Gamma House. A surge of pride moves through you as everyone works together to get the wedding prep finished in time for the big event, when Riley settles up. Score another 10 points for the genius mastermind who came up with this idea. Riley, genius mastermind is a bit of a stretch. You playfully roll your eyes in a gesture that's starting to become second nature. No one can accuse you of lacking in confidence. Don't hate the brain, hate the gorgeous package it comes in. Did you finish moving all of your things out of my room? Yep, the team did a great job of fixing all the damage in mine. I've never seen everyone so in sync before. The wedding is exactly what we needed to get our charters back. It was a clever idea, I'll give you that much. Damn, Lambda, coming from you, a compliment like that is practically foreplay. Riley, this wedding is just politics. Don't forget that this is all for show, a political, bloodless alliance. Someone alert the fun, please. Daniel was this close to actually enjoying herself. You bump him lightly with your hip, unable to resist the allure in his voice. Don't worry, I'll punish you for that wishful thinking later. Before you can make the mistake of getting too cozy with him, Dahlia and Luna pop into the room. There you are, Danielle. We've been looking everywhere. Clearly not hard enough if she's standing in the main room. I guess we forgot to look in the most obvious spot, next to Riley. Oh, come on, bride-to-be. That wedding dress isn't gonna put itself on. Luna grabs your hand and tugs you into the room to get ready, making a big fuss over the preparations. Everyone is so excited to see what you're gonna wear. She shoves you into a chair and brushes your hair while Dahlia pulls out the makeup kit. We're going to use hashtag MyBigFatGreekWedding as your wedding hashtag, only with a PH instead of an F. Get it? You and Dahlia share a quick glance in the mirror, but your second-in-command isn't smiling. She starts to expertly apply your eyeshadow. This is just a business arrangement, alright? You and Riley have been looking awfully close lately. Dahlia, stop acting like my father. Between the two of you, you'd think I was running around campus with my hair on fire. You hold Dahlia's gaze until she has no choice but to look away. I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing it for Lambda. Dahlia doesn't look convinced, so you grab her hand and squeeze it. Political marriages go back to thousands of years for a reason. Sometimes it's just the only way to get two opposing sides to unite. Plus, any excuse for a party, am I right? Sure, as long as you can promise that it's just politics. Your mind and body go immediately back to all the times that you and Riley stepped over the political line into something much hotter. Riley helped me discover how much power I had on the burlesque stage, and with no expectation of anything in return. I don't know, Danielle, you seem different somehow. All the memories start to heat from the inside out, culminating in a warm, liquid flood of longing at your core, but you force them out, down. The less Dahlia knows about how far back your liaisons with Riley go, the safer you'll be. That's because I'm a woman of means now. Remember, I'm only in this for the fancy jewelry. You wiggle your fingers on the left hand to show off the ring pop, which has already started to collect hair and lint. Ugh. The whole thing is gonna be so cute, like playing dress-up when we were kids, which reminds me. She unzips a garment bag to reveal a short, sexy dress in Lambda's signature color. Why yes, this is the outfit generations of Lambda women have been wearing for their Greek wedding rituals. Try it on. So it's like a skin tone color. I forget the exact color, because, but I'm just saying. Also, it's very see-through, just saying that as well. Oh, and yes, I forgot to show you. This is the formal fashion, in case you don't pick the diamond choice. I thought they were both in Lambda's color. Anyway, just saying. You slip into the Lambda pink dress. Luna lets out a squeal of approval as she adds the finishing touches. You can feel the soft fabric swishing against your bare skin. You unlock the Lambda outfit. Oh wow, this thing fits like a glove. Oh, and it looks even better. As soon as Riley sees you, he's gonna want to put a ring on it for real. I sure as hell hope not. Dahlia's tone is sharp, but she still smiles as she steps forward and adjusts her strap. What strap? Have you seen her dress? You look beautiful, Danielle. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Seriously, what strap? Is it invisible? As you head downstairs to where the writers are in the basement of their mother's places, to the living room, you're greeted by the entire Omega frat standing at the bottom of the stairs. As soon as they spot you, shouts ring out. Oh, surprise! It's back time! Let's go! You're immediately swallowed by the crowd as everyone shouts congratulations and throws fistfuls of confetti in the air. My aunt wore that dress back when she got married in the 90s. I'm glad to see it again. I bet your aunt didn't look half as hot in it as Danielle. You catch sight of Riley across the room and head towards him. As soon as he sees you, he stops in his tracks. You flush as he purses his lips in a whistle and mouths a single word. Wow. With the bass thumping and red cups passing around the room, there's only one way to interpret what's happening in the here bachelorette party. Riley, is this your party you're doing? You know we're not allowed to throw any of those until we get our charter back. He slings an arm around your shoulder and plucks one of the red cups from a passing tray. No, not to worry, Lambda. This isn't a party. It's an org event. We have to keep things above board. If anyone finds out this and interprets it in the wrong way, he chuckles. He chucks you lightly under your chin. He chucks you. He chucks you. How do you chuck someone lightly under the chin? Oh. His gaze soft but teasing. He chucks you. It's gonna never leave my mind. There's nothing to worry about. I'll make sure this wedding is everything you want it to be. Riley nods at the cup as he hands it over to you and winks at you in the way that makes your heart turn over in your chest. Like an engine in a car. Come on, Lambda, it's an important occasion. How many times does someone get Greek married? You hesitate before taking a reluctant sip. To your surprise, the sweet, bubbly taste of sparkling apple cider slides down your throat. Riley, is this non-alcoholic? Of course, I made a promise, remember? You barely have time to register that remark when you hear the pathetic thumping of a plastic knife against a red Solo cup. Can I have everyone's attention? As a best man, it's my duty to give a speech in Riley's honor. Everyone quiets down and turns to Wyatt as he steps up on the couch, his cup raised. Not only is Riley Coyne the best friend a guy could ask for, but every Omega here can attest to his dedication to his frat. When you need a friend, a leader, a confidence boost, or even just a listening ear, Riley is always the first to step up. I'm beyond happy to see Riley fake marry the only woman I know who's just as dedicated to her org as Riley is. To Riley and Danielle. As cheers ring out, you find yourself getting unexpectedly misty-eyed. Riley gives you a waist a warm, reassuring squeeze. Uh-oh, Lambda, you're not gonna get all sentimental on me, are you? There's just something in my eye. You brush the back of your hand at your eye and take stern command of yourself. Just a stray eyelash, that's all. Of course it was. The Danielle I know would never let her emotions get in the way of her self-control. Riley grins at you with such soft, appreciative understanding that you almost start crying all over again. Dahlia is next to leap up to the spot on the couch. She holds up both hands until the entire house falls silent. As many of you know, Danielle and I are both in the running for Lambda new president this year. Unfortunately, Danielle won, and she's been everything we could ask for in a leader. Smart, dedicated, beautiful. But she also is as hardcore as they come. Nobody messes with her and gets away with it. The Dahlia thing makes sense now. Dahlia turns very purposely to Riley and holds her cup up to him. And the last one is a promise from me. Do anything to hurt her or the Lambdas. Well, let's just say I know where you sleep. Well, here's to murdering traitors in their beds. I'll drink to that. After a mix of confused and enthusiastic clapping, everyone or someone cranks up the music, apple cider starts flowing, and everyone settles in to celebrate. I guess that makes this org event officially started. The living room is cleared to make way for a dance floor, and it doesn't take long for everyone to start twisting and turning in time to the music. Quick! Someone get the police hat. I know what's supposed to happen at a bachelorette party. Oh no, officer. Please don't arrest me. I'll do anything. Someone drags a chair to the middle of the room. It's decorated in both Omega and Lambda colors, and sits empty, waiting for someone to take advantage. Show us how it's done, Madam President. Yeah, or make Riley give you a lap dance instead. I deserve a treat after all my test prep this morning. Your eyes meet Riley's in an electric moment. After all the speeches, you know it's up to you to set the tone for the day's celebrations. Give him a lap dance. Get a lap dance from Riley. Let's get one from Riley. You fall in the chair and let your legs fall open, flashing your inner thighs to the whole room. Show me what you've got, coin. I can take it. I know you can. That's why I'll give you everything I've got. All eyes turn your way as Riley whips off his shirt and slingshots it into the crowd. Without further hesitation, he turns his ass towards you and starts moving. You can't tear your eyes away from him as his shapely ass, as he rolls his body. This is all for you, Danielle. Enjoy it while it lasts. He lowers his ass to your lap and starts grinding. The strong, pulsing muscles of his thighs flex over yours as he pushes against your lap. Your mouth goes dry as he turns around and straddles your lap. From this position, you can feel every part of him pressing into you and see just how turned on he really is. That's my president. He grips the back of your chair and drives it into your thighs. You jolt, so full of hot, liquid longing that you can feel it soaking you. It would be so easy to tip your head back and indulge, letting the mounting pressure between your pulse harder and harder. Damn, I think we just got pregnant from watching that. Your breath comes hot and fast as you and Riley both pull away. There's a dazed look in his eyes that you wish you could capture and keep for always. Would you, say we take things to the next level? More, give us more. Raise an eyebrow at Riley, who's starting to recover his equilibrium. Since we're about to become the official partners, I think it's time to introduce you to our top-secret Lambda party game. A top-secret game? You're telling me you've been holding out on us, Lambda? It was for your own good. Spread 'em shots aren't for the faint of heart. Danielle, can I talk to you for a second? Dahlia takes you aside, dropping her voice low. Dahlia, are you sure I invented that game for Lambda? We're the only ones who are supposed to play it. Yeah, but we're a family now, remember? That's what the whole Greek wedding is for? I guess, if you think it would be good for the whole house. Dahlia looks around the room where everyone is laughing, talking, and enjoying their half-naked states. Even though she doesn't look sold, you know you could convince her. Really? The more the merrier. Dahlia, we have to prove to the Omegas that we're really in the partnership. A show of trust will go a long way in fostering good relations. More political speeches, Danielle. She sighs and shakes her head, but an excited smile plays on her lips. It is a pretty epic game. It'd be a shame to hide it from the world forever. That's what I'm talking about. With a clap of your hands, you lead everyone into the dining room. A ripple of anticipation moves through the crowd. Okay guys, listen up. I want everyone to form two lines in an alternating Lambda-Omega Lambda order. I'll get the chairs. And I'm taking off my sweater. This game gets hot. By now, all the Omegas are intrigued, as half of the Lambdas will sit in chairs as the other half line up in front of them. A red cup is filled to the brim with the cider as the Omegas are ushered to their places. Alright, the cup starts between the legs of the first sitter. The person in front of them has to kneel and drink from the cup. And then they have to pass it back to the sitter and drink and put it between their legs of the person next to her. You can't help but grin at the way Riley's whole face lights up. First side to drop the cup loses and has to admit defeat and bow gracefully out of the game. You've been sitting on a sexy game like this the whole time, and we've been living in this house together. Damn, Lambda, way to bury the lead. Riley... I wanted to make sure the Omegas were worthy first. You know me. I like to make you earn your reward. His eyes flash and drop to your mouth, transfixed by the way your lips form the words. Oh, I'll prove worthy, Danielle. It's all I've ever wanted to do. You and Riley take your places near the end of the line. Riley meets your eyes before falling to the chair, forcing you to take a kneeling position in front of him. Getting a little ahead of yourselves, don't you think? This is your game, Lambda. I'm only following the rules. You force yourself to look away and watch the cup as it progresses down the line. Sticky cider's already spilling everywhere as the Lambdas and Omegas pass it between them using their teeth, tongues, and laps. Before you know it, the Lambda in the chair next to you holds the cup between her lips. She looks over Riley and starts to bend down to place the cup between his thighs. Drop it in Riley's lap! No way. Slide it gently in. I bet that's how he prefers it. Wow. Maybe someone should ask Danielle how Riley prefers it. From your position at Riley's feet, you can feel him straining to stay seated. He also is trying hard to not look at you, but his toe nudges your knee and stays there a beat too long. I want to intervene and take the cup between my teeth, slide my hands up Riley's legs as the Lambda places the cup. You rock back a few inches and watch as the Lambda giggles and starts to lower the cup in place. Even though her mouth is one, almost touching his lap, his gaze is locked on yours. I hope you're not jealous. And I hope you're not ticklish. You trail your hands up the inside of his calves, your palms coming over his firm muscles as he struggles to control himself. Once you reach his knees and start moving higher, you can feel him starting to tremble to keep his legs clamped tight enough around the cup. If you spill on me, I'll have no choice but to make you lick up the mess drop by drop. Oh man, I think I love this game. Shouts go up all around you as you dip your head low in Riley's lap and drink from the cup. His hips strain to keep from thrusting at you as the sweet, syrupy liquid slides down your throat. Oh, show her how you like it, Coin. You peek up over the top of the cup to see how Riley's reacting. His breathing is even labored. His hands tense, he sighs as he struggles not to reach for you. You lift your head up and bob it back down again, letting everyone see the curve of your ass as you kneel at Riley's feet. Isn't this supposed to be the part where you're supposed to put the cup in my mouth? Okay, so listen, how does she speak while the cup is in her mouth? All in good time, Coin. You can't rush perfection. You scoot closer and run your tongue over the edge of the cup in a long, suggestive movement. Riley barely manages to bite back his moan in time. Pretend to fumble the cup, brace myself on his thighs. Brace. You keep your gaze locked on him as you steady yourself by sliding your hands up his thighs. As soon as you make contact with his strong, flexing muscles, his low moan escapes. No way that move's allowed. It's our game, Riley. Danielle can do whatever she wants to you. Well, if that's the case, Riley's eyes flash with wicked delight as you continue running your hands higher and higher, even as you tongue the lip of the cup so only he can see. His legs quiver as your thumbs graze the hard ridge of him. You can practically taste him from here, sliding between your lips so easily as the cider. Okay. Amid a chorus of encouraging chants, you finally lift the cup and rise up to pass it from your mouth to Riley's. Do it! Do it! Kiss him! By the time Riley is visibly excited about the game, and so everyone else is in the room, the air seems to vibrate as everyone's attention is directed at you. This is my chance to prove that I'm not some stuck-up, uptight prude, and that I can play as hard as everyone here. You lift the cup to Riley's waiting mouth, his lips part, his teeth bared as you approach in a slow, seductive dance. I should distract him, so he fumbles at the last second, accidentally drop the cup in his lap. Distract him. You hold the cup steady as it passes from your mouth to his. Just when it seems that everything will go off smoothly, you let out a loud, satisfying moan escape you. No, I'm not doing that one. Everyone in the room seems to react to that sound. The crowd shouts of approval, and Riley, by participating, shooting up out of his seat. Riley, no! It's a trap! It's a trap! Despite the warning, it's too late. Riley gasps as the cup comes crashing down over his lap, spilling cider everywhere. As the cup clatters to the floor, you let your mouth move 2 extra millimeters to reach Riley's mouth. The moment your lips touch, all thoughts of the game and the sticky mess disappear. All you can feel is the slide of his tongue as it grapples with yours, the taste of apples, hot, messy desire, flooding your taste buds. Wait, I can't tell who won. Are you kidding? Look at how hot the two of them are for each other. We all won. You resist the urge to wind your arms around his neck as he deepens the kiss with a soft groan. If only there weren't so many people in this room. And if only I couldn't feel Dahlia staring daggers at me from the other side of it. Alright, let's wrap it up. You pull away breathless, sweat, in more ways than one. As Riley watches you with glazed, hungry eyes, Trevor announces the winner. Lambda takes it home. The cheers erupt as everyone scrambles up to set up the game a second time. Even amidst all the chaos, you pause a moment to look at Riley. Touché, Lambda. That's one hell of a game. And you're one hell of a player. And don't you forget it. Everyone quickly gets another round going, and the party continues on into the night. As the sun peeks into the sky, everyone moves to the backyard of the official wedding ceremony. All the Lambdas are there to escort you, everyone buzzing with excitement at the festivities ahead. I haven't been this excited since the royal wedding. Which one? There's been a dozen. Is it bad I say this is more fun than my sister's wedding last year? Alright, you two, simmer down. It's just pretend. Well, Danielle, how do you feel on your big day? Ready to take my place at Riley's side. If I'm being honest, today has been a long time coming. It's true, I could feel it in the air the first time you and Riley met. You cast Luna a quick look, but she's blissfully unaware of having said anything to overset your equilibrium. Ready or not, here we go. As you step down the aisle, you're greeted by a row of Omegas who belt out into a song. Oh, now's the time to come together. A new bond that's like a treasure. Lambda new and Omega Psi forever. You feel oddly touched by their attempt to remember the lyrics, especially since they gave you so much grief for your door chants. Oh, you guys. Your Lambdas split around you and start tossing red and white roses along the path. These symbolize unity and togetherness for all of us. All around you, the clumsy decorations start falling down. Everything is a mess, but it's your mess, and your chest gives a tight clinch as you reach your spot and lock eyes with Riley. He takes your hands in his calm, easy air of assurance at the odds with your own fast-beating adrenaline pumping heart. Get it together, Danielle. You don't want Riley to know you actually like him. You smile at Riley, hoping he can't see how much this gorgeous assured hair is affecting you. If he had any idea how good he looks right now, I'd be in serious trouble. Trevor lifts his hands in a cheer as he takes his place as the officiant. Sup, everybody? I was supposed to recite some long-ass speech about witnessing this union, frat leadership, for better or worse, hungover, ready to party, yada yada yada. But I'm a crap speech giver, so I'll hand this over to the two people who always have a ton to say. Take it away, Coin! Riley clears his throat, his hands still holding yours, as if sensing how nervous you are, he rubs his thumbs soothingly over your hands. From the moment I met you, Danielle, I knew you'd have an impact on me. Granted, I was pretty sure you were gonna kill me with the rules and regulations, but I'm happy to say that you've done a hell of a lot more than just that. He really sounds like he means what he's saying. Oh no, how dare he? In fact, your influence has been a lot bigger and more important than I realized. One of the Omega hands Riley a small velvet box, not nearly big enough to hold a ring pop. As he flips it open, he reveals Riley's Omega pin, his prized possession. The pin represents my tie to the Omegas, who are family to me, family I chose myself and who will do anything for. By giving this to you, I'm bringing you into my family. From this day forward, I'll look out for you and your lambdas as if you were my own. He takes a deliberate step towards you and lifts the pin to your neckline. Your breath catches as he leans in close and fastens it in place. You look incredibly sexy in that dress, Danielle, but I can't help thinking you'd look a hell of a lot sexier without it. You're pretty sure you forget to breathe for a full 60 seconds before you turn to speak. Drawing comfort from the warmth of his hands, you begin. Riley, when I first met you, I thought you were going to be the bane of my existence. The moment I laid eyes on you, I knew you were going to be more trouble than you're worth. It's true, we all thought it. You tossed Talia a grateful smile and kept going. I dreaded the ideas of living with you in the Omegas. I was afraid it would ruin my senior year and my chance to leave a lasting Lambda legacy. Which is why I'm so glad I was forced to get to know you better. You're not the man I assumed from the start, Riley Coin. I want to say true to yourself, but I want to say strong. I'll go true to yourself. You know who you are, and aren't afraid to show it. That's a quality I truly never appreciated until I saw it in action. Riley looks unusually thoughtful as you continue, his jaw tight and his expression hard to read. I'm proud to Greek marry someone like you, and I look forward to seeing what our union will bring. At a nod from you, Luna hands a vial of rose water, which you uncap and inhale. The soft, romantic scent whirls up and embraces you both. A Lambda tradition. What's that for? Your premium outfit unlocked an extra moment with Riley. For Lambdas, rose water is a symbol of cleansing relationship wounds and healing emotional scars. I'd really like for us to start fresh. I'd like that too. You put a few droplets of rose water on yourself before approaching Riley. He holds himself perfectly still as you lift the vial. Sprinkle it on him, dab it behind his ears. I don't know, dab behind the ears. You tape the vial onto your fingers before sliding a hand to the side of his neck. He's careful to keep his breathing even as you lightly finger the pulse behind his ear. Now you've been marked by a Lambda in a way that you can never wash off. Trust me, I wouldn't want to. Lambda pin, now it's your turn. You take your Lambda pin from Luna's outstretched hand and attach it to Riley's lapel. Standing so close to him, all you would have to do is tilt up your mouth to kiss him right here and now. He seems to feel the moment as keenly as you do. As his lips fall open, you can't help but notice how good he looks in his formal wear, and how powerful his intensity of his gaze. It is a wedding, after all. Would it be so bad? A quiet cough stops you before you make the mistake of touching your mouth to his. You look over your shoulder, find Dahlia watching you very closely. Oh, she needs to get a life. That was a close one. Dahlia would never forgive me if I turned this into something romantic. You, Riley, take Danielle to be your not exactly lawfully wedded Greek wife? To chill and party until graduation. Do you part? Riley's lips turn into a devastating grin. Your heart flip-flops in your chest as you realize how easy it would be to read something into that smile. Abso-freaking-lutely. And do, Danielle, take Riley to be your not exactly lawfully wedded Greek husband. You feel oddly faint as the words "I do" start to form on your lips. You're just about to say them aloud when you hear the sound of angry footsteps running up the aisle. Oh no, it's your father. You're supposed to wait till he says, "Does anyone think this union is stupid?" Stop this instant. I object to this marriage. What, are you gonna marry your own daughter for the Greek wedding? Shut up. Sit down, father. Anyway, without further ado, thank you all for watching. Oh, and listening. I had to get the stretch out of me. Without further ado, if you did enjoy the content, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. You know the rest. Otherwise, let's get to it. So, oh god. Okay, listen. I have a question for Pixelberry. Okay? And maybe some of you can pass this question on to Pixelberry. Listen, I got a question for you. I have just one question. Do you have an issue? Like, do we need to talk about this? Do you have a really screwed up issue with your family? Like, are you obsessed with a sibling slash mother slash father, and you are just inherently down bad because you think you would cross some line in which society doesn't conform to your norms? Because, if so, could you stop writing about it? Because we really aren't for it. We've got, in the one book, okay, the rich one, right? We got brother obsessed with sister and her relationship and down bad for her, apparently. And then we've got, in this book, father obsessed with daughter and down bad for her. Listen, okay, listen. If you're having an issue, listen, there might be a professional with a PhD that you could talk to, okay? Because the rest of us are tired of your issue. I know I'm tired of it. I know a lot of the community's tired of it too. Like, a lot of us are like, it just doesn't make any sense. Also, the love interest in this book, right? Don't get me wrong, he's okay sometimes, right? A lot of people mainly have complained about how cocky he can be, or arrogant, or whatever word you like to put in there. And don't get me wrong, I get that, but also, society and their bull crap about how everybody, all the girls like bad boys, which, let's be honest, it is a norm, right? No one's, listen, there are stories on this app about, good boys and good girls, and they're so wholesome and all this other garbage, and they're some of the least read things, okay? Literally and figuratively, most of the books on the market are about good boys and good girls, and you know what? I hate to tell you this, they're some of the least read things. You can blame society. It may not be you, but you can blame society for these people who want a good boy or a good girl. It's just a problem, okay? It's just, it literally and figuratively, it's a problem, okay? Like, we never talk about the fact that, like, every single one of these people that is that way, much like any human being, has the potential to be good or bad. And we never talk about the good boys who are secretly bad boys, or just need someone to enable, and vice versa. We never talk about those people who are secretly, really nice, and, man, you're a new neighbor in the neighborhood, I'll bake you some cookies and give you a cup of sugar, but don't come into my house because I have this giant dungeon in the basement, and yeah, no, I'm gonna put you in it. Like, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that because we only talk about the people who are upfront about it. And those are so minuscule and non-existent that it makes no sense. It just makes no sense. It's what society's put out there for us to buy into, right? So I'm just saying, that's good writing when you can actually conform to realistic things while actually implementing things that people want and are true. That's the good writing. That's why there's successful movies and books and things like that. But anyway, hey, don't blame me. I'm just calling it as I sees it because I use my brain. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Love your beautiful faces. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.